What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be going over chilaquiles. Now, chilaquiles aren't hard to make. It's pretty simple. You only need about 6 ingredients, one being 2 small potatoes, 1 onion diced, a very optional ingredient in roasted green bell peppers, which on my Instagram I kind of show you how to do, black beans, and then the next important ingredient is green salsa. You can use whatever brand you like. I like this one, or Taco Bell even also makes a very, very good one. And finally, corn tortilla chips. So I hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And let's start with everybody's favorite, the potato. Okay, so we're going to take our potato and make sure it's really clean, no loose dirt. We're going to remove the bottom, the sides, and the ends, making sure we leave one side uncut. Next, we're going to take that, using that same side, we're going to make sheets. Now that we have sheets, we're going to turn them into sticks. And what do you do with sticks? You turn them into cubes. Just like that, we have our cubed potato. Next, we want to take our potatoes and rinse them in cold water. Why? Because the excess starch is very sticky. What'll happen is when you start frying, the potatoes will start to clump together and be like one big mass, which is not good. We want individually fried, crispy potatoes. If the potatoes are stuck together, they'll start to steam and they'll never get crispy. We're trying to avoid that. Once your potatoes are individually bathed, you're then going to grab your favorite skillet and set it over high heat. Next, you're going to add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil. The goal here is to pan fry your potatoes and not deep fry them. Get rid of the water that the potatoes are soaking in and take a paper towel and pat them dry. It's important that they're dry because dryness invokes brownness. Add them to your hot oil and pan fry on one side until golden brown. I like to use a chopstick to make sure everything is in a nice even layer. You can use whatever tool you'd like. I like chopstick because it feels like an extension of my finger. But we're just going to continue to fry until they're nice and golden brown on all sides. The potatoes are pretty small, so it might take maybe upwards of 5 minutes depending on how well you handle the heat. Once it looks like this, you're good to go, and hopefully it sounds like this. Now that the potatoes are done, we're going to move on to the next step, which is softening some onions. So I got my whole onion here diced, and I'm going to add it to my favorite non-stick skillet. I use about 2 tablespoons of oil or so. And we're going to cook that over medium-low heat until soft. It should look something like this, translucent, soft. Took about 5-ish minutes. Next, we're going to add our sauce. And so we're going to add a half a cup of salsa. And then we're going to grab our rubber spatula and mix those two things together. Once it's fully mixed, we're now going to increase the heat to medium and bring it to a boil. Should look something like this. Nice and bubbly. And once it reaches this point, we're going to start adding our corn tortilla chips. I like breaking them up, so obviously they're a lot more manageable to eat. If you don't have circular ones like I did, you can just use tortilla chips, like the triangular chips, work just the same. And then we're going to add them to our skillet, and then we're going to coat them in our salsa. And so you would think, oh, well, like I don't want to be chewing down on those pointy edges. It's going to tear up the roof of my mouth. Well, the salsa is going to soften them up and give it a really nice texture. And so this is what it looks like. You see here, like they're pretty easily broken. They're kind of soft, but you don't want them to be soggy. So we're immediately going to transfer them to a plate so that we can stop the cooking process. And we're going to move on to our eggs. But before I show you how to fry an egg, let me show you how to not fry an egg. And that's by starting off by using a carbon steel pan. Carbon steel pans are tricky. If you have a well-seasoned one, you can get away with using it to fry an egg. However, not everybody has that. And so my suggestion is to use a non-stick frying pan. And also, you see me here doing the chef thing, which is basting with oil. As you can tell, there's not much oil in the pan, which should have been a sign to previous me that removing it from the pan is going to be very difficult, as you can see here. He'll get it one day. So this time we're going to use a non-stick skillet. We don't, using a carbon steel pan, a little tricky. Non-stick, pretty easy. So we're going to get our pan nice and hot again. Set it over medium-low heat, and we're going to add our eggs. See how slowly the egg whites begin to cook? It wasn't like in the previous attempts, they set almost immediately, but in this case, they're very slowly beginning to cook. That's what you want to see, right? And so I'm going to use this chopstick, and we're going to kind of thin out the thicker egg white portion so that portion can be exposed to heat and the oil can cook it through. Kind of a little bit of a tip, a little bit of a secret, right? And so I'm going to do the chef thing again and begin basting. As you can see, my whites are nice and set, and we're going to start cooking the egg yolks. Okay, so I'm just maintaining the heat, turning it down. I don't want to get too hot. I want my egg whites to be white and not really crispy brown, right? And so my eggs are cooked, and we're gonna move to plating. So plating is really simple. I like to be really generous with the plate because I usually eat this for breakfast. I'll just give you a little backstory with the dish and me. Me and my wife were very fortunate enough to actually get married in Cancun. We had a destination wedding. And so every morning we will walk down from our room and go to the hotel kitchen, and I will get chilaquiles for breakfast, along with I think this like cactus juice. It was delicious. And my wife would get French toast. And so chilaquiles, I think is a perfect dish. It's kind of a mix between the classic huevos rancheros and nachos. So it's fantastic. You get the, soft, semi-soft, semi-crunchy chips. You get the potatoes, which you would normally see featured in huevos rancheros. You get the beans, you get the green peppers, you get the onions, you get the delicious salsa verde. Fantastic dish, fabulous dish that I would recommend to anybody. If you wanted to, you could add like radishes or cilantro, stuff like that over the top if that's what you want. I'm actually here going to add a little bit of I believe parsley. I mean, maybe it is cilantro. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell, but I add that over the top for the green. And then the piece de resistance is the cotija cheese. It is a fantastic cheese. It tastes kind of like Parmesan cheese, though I think it's better. I like the texture better than Parmesan cheese. And then you would think that's pepper, but it's not. It's actually lava salt. There's a little trick. But anyway, that's the dish. I hope you go out and make it. I hope I made it look simple. And I hope you enjoy. Catch you on the next one.